what we should be about. And the healing is tied to our success. That is for us, not just about surviving, but us thriving in all the environments that we are.
And now
we'll move on to Queen Quet. What do we need to do with regards to us to thrive as Gullah Geechee people and Gullah Geechee culture and our communities? People in Savannah now to understand how important you are with regards to this fighting on behalf of us. So again, what do we need to do to thrive from what you have seen and observed with regards to all of us?
Well, the first thing is to eliminate supporting misinformation and misdirection. A lot of people have started to just come to hear this word COINTELPRO because of this movie Judas and the Black Messiah. But you and I have discussed this for eons. I have brought up the various energies, entities, individuals that have been sent to disrupt our human rights movement, disrupt self-determination. And they come in the form of people clowning, doing videos and stuff that are disparaging, that are inaccurate, that are misrepresentative of our culture. And this has happened over the whole 40 years I've been doing what I'm doing. Before, we just had a few TV stations, so you ain't had to deal with it all the time. But now, in the age of social media, you have to deal with this on a week-to-week basis, a day-to-day basis. So for us to heal, number one, if you see that a brother or sister, they look that way, I'm just saying it looks, I'm saying somebody with melanin in their skin is going out of their way to tear down a native Gullah Geechee, another native African, they're going out their way. You need to avoid that person, because who is benefiting by that? It's not us. And then you need to think about that. Who's fueling that? Who's paying for that? There's always some type of Western government behind that, because who economically benefits? I talked about economics earlier. Who economically benefits by supporting people clowning and being disparaging versus making sure conversations like this one are not in the mainstream media? You see, so we got to think logically as African people globally, but in particular in the Gullah Geechee Nation, because our nation is one of the youngest of the African nations. Yes. Our nation is a young nation. So we should have learned from the eras of the ones before us that we had people in our midst that destroyed movements. And even here, we can look at Denmark Vesey as a prime example, and know that not only is the power of Gullah Jack and Denmark Vesey still within some of us, the Perlo energy is in others who work more for the Buckra than they do. And don't let them fool you with that, oh, we're being Pan-African. That's exactly how they infiltrate. And then they start doing this misinformation campaigns. And then if you don't do the research that Dr. Teray is talking about, you then are lost in the sauce, as they say, and you get caught up in that foolishness. And so that now does not bring healing. It brings more ill will, brings dis-ease and disorder, which leads to violence most of the time. And again, who benefits from that? If Black folks out here fighting and arguing, who benefits from that? I come from the Malcolm X school. If we do have an issue, then let's get behind closed doors and have a conversation. This is not the arena for that, because it doesn't benefit anybody but the people who own that system.